stand on principle for the people in Maine who have had enough and say it's time to get back to normal. The mask mandate has been lifted. Let's live our lives as free citizens. That's why I'm here. And I'm more than willing to suffer the slings and arrows that come with that decision.
And forgive me for barging in here. Is basically not being here for 2 days, at least if we know this, is that worth taking this stand?
To me it is. I think somebody had to stand up and be counted. There's tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people that agree with me that say enough is enough, it's time to get back to normal, we demand it. Dr. Shaw has gone on record saying he's not wearing a mask indoors because he trusts the science. I'm doing the same thing.
But it's clearly personally important to you too.
It is. I think people have been conditioned a little bit to listen to government a little too much. We're all sovereign citizens, and we need to be treated as such. The CDC and the governor have lifted their mask mandate, so they said that it's safe. The State House should be no different.
Do you think your folks at home will be? How do you think they'll react to this? I'm sure you've heard already.
That's half the reason why I'm doing it. I've heard from them, like I said, for 15 months saying, hey, John, when are you going to dig in? When are you going to stand up? And I think the time for that is now. And I'm sure I'll get a couple of phone calls that aren't too happy, but that's part of the gig.
It sounds like some of the Republican leaders were saying that you guys should stop this and still go on a mask. Wear a mask, at least that's what some of the other representatives who joined in last week said. That leadership wasn't willing to back this.
I'm not involved in their caucuses anymore. I'm Maine's first and only registered Libertarian representative, so I'm not privy to what goes on in their caucuses. I still have a lot of friends who are Republicans. I respect them greatly. Another 6 of them were with me on Monday. So everybody is an individual and has the choice to make on their own. And for me, I had to be able to sleep tonight, and standing up for my people was the right thing to do for me.
I understand that there are some times that it sounds like you might be willing to wear a mask, but then that you could potentially vote.
We'll cross that bridge when it comes to it, and that would only be for a very, very close constitutional amendment, because that would be the right thing to do for that piece of legislation. But on the whole, I'm going to stand my ground. My constituents want me to draw a line in the sand and stick to it. And, it's about time somebody showed some backbone in this swamp. I guess that makes me Shrek, so I don't know.
Even if that meant potentially losing the right to vote on certain bills and...
Like I said in the ethics committee, I believe that I'm acting completely ethically by standing up for what I believe in. We have a disagreement on policy, that's fine, but that doesn't mean that I need to cower in front of it. I need to back the people that are backing me, and that's why I'm standing up on principle by not wearing a mask and being in compliance with the CDC and Governor Mills' mask mandate.
I didn't hear when there was some discussion about what happens next. What about next week? And if the rule remains as is, will your position remain as is and presumably not be able to vote?
I think people know where I stand. If things change, they change. I still need to read the language from the formal reprimand from the ethics committee, and we'll go from there.
Apologies if this has been answered already, but obviously...
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Apologies if this has been answered already, but obviously causing quite a delay this morning. You still think it's worth it, even though this is causing a delay to everybody else in all the lobby?
One of the sayings in Augusta is Augusta time, so things move slowly, naturally. A couple hours to stand on principle for the hundreds of thousands of people who are saying enough is enough, let's get back to normal. That's absolutely worth it to me.
I guess we'll see you in about an hour.
All right, you guys have cards? I like to...
Yes.
So you have to... Can you remain somewhere here?
I don't think that... I'm not looking to cause trouble, so I'll probably follow it on the porch outside or something.
So you could be on the balcony?
I guess, yeah. It's kind of weird.
You can't be in the partisan office. I realize you're...
That I don't know. I understand.
Keep it married. So you're not jumping in the car.